thought you'd never pick me. Come play with me. Where are we going? Let's find some friends.
Hey, it's your girl SammyCzewski, and I'm a female talking about League of Legends. Is that your phone in your pants, or are you just excited to see me? Personally, I have known stuff with League of Legends for a while now, but mainly with the music. I know in 2017, at the end of the year, my Spotify Wrapped, one of the top songs in my top 10 listened to that year was The Curse of the Sad Mummy, which is actually a song we will talk more about later in this video. It is actually pretty important. Anyway, as stated, I really only listened to the music of League of Legends. I really liked it, I really enjoyed it, but I never actually really played the game. It wasn't until the fall of 2019 where I decided, you know what, why not? Despite the tutorial characters that you play, I only really play as two different characters in the game. Those two characters are Amumu and Annie. Those are the main characters I will actually be talking about in this video as well, and if you already know their backstory or somewhat of their backstory, then you might know why I'm going to be talking about them. Although there are other very heartbreaking backstories like Orianna or Echo, Annie and Amumu are just the ones that hit me the most personally, but a lot of these backstories hits other people's hearts harder than others. These ones just got to me harder than others, I guess. I have a very, very horrible problem with getting attached to characters very easily, and in this case, it is Amumu. I main Amumu. With the occasional dabble in playing as Annie, but then I get really sad and miss Amumu, and so then I quickly finish the game and go play as Amumu again because I feel bad. Though I am trying to branch out and play as different characters, I've been looking for characters that really more speak to me, that I really want to, that really attract me and I want to play as. But those characters happen to just be other characters with backstories I'm really attached to or into, and that's why I kind of call it guilt tripping, or I kind of work with this idea as guilt tripping because they have this backstory and I feel guilty if I don't love them because they deserve love. Unless they don't, but they do. I don't know. Getting to know these characters, their backstory, their friends, their beliefs, it grows this attachment towards them that makes you want to start a journey with them. And it doesn't just make them this video game character anymore. It makes them something you want to take care of and see succeed. It's like your child. I'm not good at... what is it called? That one word, comparing two things, different stories and stuff. I'll put it out, this word. I'm not good at that. I love Annie, and maybe it's because I tend to get compared to her a lot, a small little girl who has an obsession with a stuffed animal and loves destruction. So I guess in that case, it is kind of a personal attachment just because of the comparison I have been put with her, but because of her backstory as well, I got more of an emotional attachment rather than just this personal attachment. So let me explain that as well. So if you don't know Annie, she is one of the characters in League of Legends, and she usually goes around with her stuffed teddy bear Tibbers. And I will give a short summary of her backstory right now. It is kind of long, but I'm gonna try and shorten it and explain it to the best of my ability. A little backstory with her stuffed bear Tibbers. Tibbers was actually made by Annie's mom when she was pregnant with her, and she made Tibbers because it was based off of a bear that was told to protect a certain land that they traveled to for a bit. And so she created that bear, and once she finished it, Annie was born. So then after Annie was born, actually, her and her father got sick, and her mother was like, oh no. So one day she ended up disappearing, but Annie was better again. Don't know exactly what happened there, but Annie was better again, and then Annie grew an even larger attachment to Tibbers because it was the last thing she had of her mother, or her biological mother. Years had passed, and then Annie's father had found another woman. They fell in love. He married her, who the other woman actually had a daughter named Daisy. So Annie was like super happy because she was able to get a sister and someone to play with because she had been wanting someone to play with. One day though, Annie and Daisy decided they were going to go out and play, have a great time. But Daisy ended up going down a path that they weren't very familiar with. That's the word. And it was over a waterfall. She was jumping across, having a great time, and then she slipped and fell, and they never saw her again. Of course, Daisy's mom put the blame on Annie, hated Annie, was like, "You killed my daughter. It's all your fault. You are a disgrace. You kill everything. I hate you." She was like not happy. Then she tried to take Tibbers, and Annie was like, "Don't touch my stuffed bear, bitch." So Annie kind of put everything on fire. Tibbers was like, "Ha, you thought I was a stuffed bear? Bet." And then turned into a giant stuffed bear that was like, you know, that's what real bears look like. And then in the end, no one was left around anymore, alluding to the fact that everyone died except Annie and Tibbers. And then that happened, and then after that, Annie and Tibbers kind of just travel around looking for someone to play with, because Annie's a kid, so she's looking for people to play with, except if you try to separate her and Tibbers, she will kill you. It's not necessarily a sad backstory, but it just, something about it just really attached me to it, because it did break my heart to the point where she had this attachment to this teddy bear and was taken away from her because her friend passed away, and it was blamed onto her, or friend or stepsister technically. And I always felt really bad about that. She just wanted her friends to play with and stuff. Being already personally attached to Annie for being this innocent little girl with a teddy bear, even though mine is a stuffed pig. Meet Mrs. Piggy. She will kill you. So whenever I didn't play as my main Amumu, I would want to play Annie because I already knew her story. I knew her, I liked her, I felt personally attached to her, I felt emotionally attached to her, so she was the character I was drawn to play as and to start this adventure with, to start this game with, and learn how to control and play as. Annie is a mage in the game, so her character is mostly based around magic, though her character isn't the greatest in the game, and I am not the greatest as playing magic-based characters. I was drawn to play as her because I knew her backstory and because I felt this attachment to her. I'm using the word attachment a lot. Get used to it. It wasn't much of a guilt trip. It was just more of a, I know this one, I like this one, I feel for this one, I want this one. So I tried my hardest to learn how to play as her. Though, if you really want to talk about guilt tripping, that's where I bring Amumu into this story. People who play League of Legends more will probably say Amumu isn't that great, maybe he's fine for jungle or whatever. But me, I play Amumu top because I'm that bitch. Now, what I incredibly love about Amumu is that he's a tank. And I love tanks. When I first discovered Amumu and started learning about Amumu, it was when I actually heard the song The Curse of the Sad Mummy. It was a song my brother showed me in like 2017. As said, it was one of my top listened to songs of 2017, and it made me very emotional, and I really liked the song. I have actually done a cover of The Curse of the Sad Mummy before a while ago. If you are interested in seeing that, It'll be a link in the description below so you can go watch that. Honestly, to explain his backstory, the song itself actually is great because it's kind of short and sweet. The lyrics just explain it. So if anything to explain his backstory, I can just say the lyrics to the song. Every child in Valorant has heard the tale before, about the cursed mummy boy who felt his heart no more. So sad and lorn, the helpless lad, Amumu was his name, he ventured out to find a friend and learn about his bane. For many years, young Amumu traveled through the lands, determined to make friends if only they would understand, but even when Amumu stood upon the ledge of home, his hope would disappoint him, and he would remain alone. But then the curse began to whisper in his ear, and would confirm what was Amumu's biggest fear, a pledge that never shall someone become his friend, a pledge that he shall be alone until his end. The sorrow and despair became too much to bear. The moment when Amumu realized what he had done, too late it was for him, for them, the evil curse had won. The anger and the anguish overwhelmed his fragile soul, and caused a wicked tantrum that he never could control. The song itself, paired with the music video, is actually incredibly emotional and works wonders for the emotional appeal. I'll leave the link to the original music video and song below as well if you want to see that, because it probably does a lot better than me just reading out the lyrics. I don't know what it was about Amumu and that video and that song, but ever since then I had felt this emotional attachment to him. His backstory, character selection, powers, and gameplay really get me to want to continue playing as him and winning with him, because it kind of makes me feel like a good person, giving this little mummy boy, this little sad little mummy boy, someone to play with. So that's what got me to choose to play as Mumu. My attention was brought to his character, not his gameplay, though now that I play as him a bunch, I do really enjoy his gameplay. For the point of this video, what I'm trying to explain here and hopefully help you understand is that in character selection, at least for me and possibly others, it isn't just the gameplay of the characters, it is their backstory and who the characters are that determine who you choose. I really do love League of Legends. I really enjoy the game. I love the gameplay, I love the characters, I love the backstory, I love the art. I really do love the work and time that was put into all of that, and I know it's kind of a meme to hate the game. I know a lot of people do hate the game, but I personally love it and love the work that was put into it. I really do appreciate it. To me, it's really magical how you can get this attachment to these fictional video game characters that guilt trip you into wanting to play them in this game. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do enjoy talking about video games, and I really enjoyed talking about backstories for characters and stuff. And if you like this kind of video, let me know in the comments below if I should make more videos like this, whether it's on League of Legends, other video games, or characters, because I really do enjoy talking about this stuff. It's something I'm very interested in. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you didn't like this video, please give it a like. Comment down below suggestions for other videos I should make, whether it's commentary videos such as this one, or if it's a skit or a cover or anything else. I'm down to do anything, really, honestly. I have fun doing a lot of things. My goal is to hopefully reach 600 subscribers by June still. Ultimate goal for the year is maybe 1,000 subscribers, which is a giant reach and probably will not happen at all. Not close, but hopefully 600 subscribers by June is still a big goal. And if you subscribe or share this video or share my channel or anything, it would really mean a lot to me, and the support is amazing. And yeah, thank you for that. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, because that would help me in my journey. That would help me in my journey to hopefully reach 600 subscribers before June. So yes, thank you about that. And again, thanks for watching, and like always, adios muchachos.